Gora Token. Alright, so in this video today we're going to be talking about Gora Token. Now this token is built on the Algorand network and I just want to talk a little bit about it. So I'm just going to minimize my head and get straight into it. So originally I was creating this playlist and I was just going to go down like this in line. So chips, DeFi, Vistage and so on. But I've begun to get a bit of comments on my channels asking me to do specific tokens. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go off that. So if there's comments of specific tokens on the channel, I'm just going to go ahead and do those tokens first, and then when there's no comments I'll go back into that line that I was originally doing or something like that. The way I'm working it is pretty much down the line until we get to our token, so TLP. So TLP will be the main one, but I want to work my way there. So then the TLP network, because the TLP network, if you know what we do, we pretty much work together, tying in liquidity, that sort of thing. So giving our network a little bit of understanding so they don't make decisions blindly, we're introducing them to the tokens, something like that. So anyway, this one here, this video, so you can see here I got asked to do it, and I really appreciate this, guys. And then so next week we'll do KubeCoin. I like KubeCoin, so we'll do KubeCoin next week as well. I got asked to do this and I really appreciate that. That pretty much says to me that you guys value my content and you actually want to hear what I say. So thanks a lot. So here is the Gora coin right here, Gora token, sorry. Now it is a utility token. So I've had a bit of a click around. I'm not so familiar with it, guys. This is a pretty new token. It's not that old. I remember when it actually came here, got all the way to page 1 on Vistage pretty fast. So they do have some financial backing just to be able to do that, which that is a good sign. Okay, so that's one good sign. So I'm just going to click in here now. And the first thing, what I see with this token, the best part of this token is I strongly believe in Algorand, guys. I strongly believe in Algorand. And that alone makes this token very good. So you can see it's on 164,000 liquidity pool with Algorand, so it's very heavily tied with Algorand. So if Algorand's going up or down, it's going to move with it, guys. And then if I scroll down a little bit further in the liquidity pools, you can see here, right here, so Coop token, that's the one we're doing next week. It is a community token, and you can see a few of the community are also behind this token. They're tying in their coins to make a little bit of money from fees, that sort of thing. But just that alone shows me that the Coop community, some of the Coop community is behind it. Okay, and then there's also a few other communities as well. But I believe Coop would be the biggest one on Algorand DeFi currently. And I'll pretty much explain why that is pretty powerful next week on the next week's video, because it's pretty powerful if Algorand has any kind of run or any kind of hype come into it. So anyway, going to scroll down here. Now, I wanted to let you know I am not professional, guys. So even though you want to hear my opinion and that sort of thing, this token is out of my league. I have no idea of its utility. I don't need its utility. I'm not the type of person that does. Okay, so they talk a lot about smart contracts and that sort of thing. So I'm not so bullish on this. I'm not so one-sided view. I'm not so bull run. I'm no moon boy for this. Now, as I said already, I've already told you the best thing about it that I believe, and that's it's strongly tied into Alga, and also they're ranked on page 1. I want to explain a little bit more about that as we get to it. I'm going to go into their website right here. Now, what kind of holds me back from this? So from Gora, so I believe in Gora because it's heavily tied and stuff, and they've got support. Okay, obviously they've got support if I'm getting comments on my YouTube channel to do it. But what I want to do is just scroll down a bit further on this page and show you this. So they allow staking. Now, with TLP, you can earn TLP with us, but unless you know what we are, there is no way you're going to figure out how to do it. Okay, so it's not until the real supporters, the ones that actually want to find out what we're doing, actually want to know the use case, will start looking into it and really dig deep before they find it. Whereas this is what I see with a lot of tokens. Okay, and I mean a lot of tokens do this, and they put their staking programs at the forefront. Now, if you've got 10 tokens and you've got $1 worth of liquidity, and then you stake those 10 and you've got 100 tokens, but there's still only $1 worth of liquidity, the value of your portfolio as a whole might increase, but you've got a lot more coins to sell. You've got a lot more tokens to sell. Now, when you have any token, and I'm talking about every single token that does this, isn't it? And that's majority of them, guys. This kind of deters me a bit, and that's having a staking at the forefront. So you can see here, you can stake the tokens and you get your rewards. And you can pretty much scroll up to see how much you can get. The technology behind this, what they actually do is not in my interest, okay? It is not in many people's interest. There's very few people that will even understand the words that they say in their descriptions and in their little video that they've got here, okay? Most people will not, like most basic people like me, someone that's just coming in, seeing this token like me, do not have a clue about the tech behind it, okay? So if you do, that's good. If you do, you'll become a true supporter. So I do believe this will go up because of the use case, because of the utility. But as I said, it's out of my profession. I have no idea how or when or why I would even use it. But those that do would be the true supporters. Now, this is what happens. So someone like me that knows absolutely nothing comes to this site, and the first thing I see is staking, and then I see here, let's just say I don't know, don't understand the thing. Well, if you get more tokens but the same liquidity, it's not really going to help much. If anything, it's going to crash your price when you begin to sell. And I say, okay, well, let's do this. Let's stake 9,000 every, I don't know how long it is, maybe 6 months or something. Let's stake 9,000 every 6 months, and I'll sell the excess. So I'll sell 2,000 tokens every 6 months. What I'm essentially doing is dumping on the true supporters. This is what happens in majority of tokens. So I will stake my tokens, and then I will sell the 2,000 profit that I've got there. And I'll do this over and over and over and over again. And the only reason is because they've got the staking at the forefront. So they've got the come here, make some money by staking your tokens at the forefront, like majority of platforms out there. Now, if they was to hide this a bit, I would be more bullish on it. So let's just say they've hid this a bit and it's not on the front page anymore. They put it in community, but then you have to go to overview and then you have to click into another link and blah, blah, blah. This would make it so only the supporters that are interested in this tech, that want to get behind this tech and actually support it, stake their tokens. Therefore, the ones that are staking the tokens are accumulating more tokens to hold or add to liquidity rather than just to sell. Most people in crypto, in nearly every single token, are coming in for gains. That's all they're coming in for. So as that price goes up, they will consistently tell their networks, they will tell everyone around them, sell off your profits, sell off your profits, sell some as it's going up, okay? Even majority of the Bitcoin fanatics out there, they don't believe in the tech or understand the tech or nothing. They just want the profits, and as it's going up, they're selling off. Same with little tokens like this. Now, it's a bit more dangerous when it comes to low market cap tokens, when it comes to low liquidity tokens. So I do believe in this due to the use case, due to the utility, but I have no idea how many people can actually benefit off the utility. I have no vision of it. I'm probably not the right person to be doing any sort of, as I do not fully comprehend everything that they're doing, okay? There will be people that do. Now, if you are a person that does and you support the tech and you're not here for just selling the stake tokens, okay? You will need to combat those that are. So you're going to need to combat all those dum-dums that come in here and they just want to stake this so then they can sell that profit, not understanding the long-term impact is a slow downwards trend. Okay, you're going to need to combat that. So if you are a supporter of this project, you're going to have to work together as a community to combat that. So the best way to combat that is, I would say, I believe in Algorand. So what you want to do is the Gora. You'd want to hold this Gora on page 1. Do not let it drop off page 1 until Algorand has its next bull run, until Algorand actually runs. Because any token that is on the page 1 of Vistage, when that happens, is going to skyrocket. The reason being is because when you first come into Vistage, same as CoinMarketCap, when you first come into it, you buy the top tokens, you buy the ones you see first. Not many people click to page 2 of Google. I don't know, have you ever clicked to page 2 of Google? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you have, but I barely ever do. The only ever time I do is when I'm trying to do SEO on one of my sites and I'm trying to rank it up and I'm checking where it is actually at. But other than that, I won't click to page 2 of Google. And that's like majority of those that are going to come into this and begin to buy tokens blindly because Algorand just had a run and now they want to get into Algorand DeFi to get the next run. So when it comes to blockchains and that sort of thing, what tends to happen is a blockchain has a run. That run from the blockchain brings a lot of eyeballs, a lot of traffic into the DeFi. Now the DeFi that is coming up first, the DeFi that is showing first, and you would understand this if you watched the last one, Vistage, Okay, that's why I'm very bullish of Vistage, because that's literally where you're going to end up. Okay, and that's the first thing you're going to see. Even if they end up on page 6, they've just got to change up the code a little bit, and they can put themselves up here anyway. So that's why I'm very bullish on Vistage. But with this one, you really want to combat those that are going to begin to sell their staked tokens. So they're not very old, so I can't really show you the downwards trend so much, but you will get long downwards trends. They'll sort of look like they'll go up again, and they'll go down a little, and then they'll go up, down a little, up, down a little. But this isn't old enough to kind of show you. But then you get a long-term downwards trend, okay? And unless the blockchain itself is going up, okay, it won't sort of go up. It'll have that downwards trend. And all that is a lot of people selling off their staked tokens, okay? And then when you do get a run, okay, when you do get runs and stuff like this, you get big, massive sell-offs. So that's my opinion of it anyway, guys. So don't attack me or anything. It's just my opinion. As I said, I'm not the right person for this token specifically. But I'm going to go into Twitter. So to give them benefit of the doubt, check out their socials, guys. Are they building interest? Are they building hype? Are they growing? Are they trying to grow? Are they working? Are they consistent? Check all of that stuff out. So you go into here, and then that gives me another red flag, guys. So they are very not active. Okay, so they have been active in the past, but they're very not active at the current present moment, which seems like they need that hype, they need that motivation, they need that hype, they need the excitement to keep themselves motivated with their socials, that sort of thing. They can't stay consistent even if the hype isn't there. So you look at something like Coop. Okay, Coop will keep posting, keep engaging, keep growing their community, even though if their coin's gone sideways, there's no attention, there's no hype, there's no interaction. They're still consistently growing, they're still consistently following up. They get 1 or 2 buyers, extra buyers each month, and that's all it takes to keep your coin stable until that run. So the biggest problem I see with this is keeping that token stable enough without having a downwards trend before the next algo run. If they can hold their rank for the next algo run, they'll do very, very well, and it will pump with the algo run just because they're on page 1 of Vistage, in my opinion. Not a financial advisor. Now, I want to go back into here. Now, the one thing I like to look at with tokens, and that's their tokenomics, to see how much they're actually putting into the utility. I might not understand the utility, but if they're consistently improving their utility, those that do understand it are going to get more value out of it at some stage. So what I want to do is just go into the tokenomics here. And obviously, if I was more into it, if I was more into this tech, I'd read more deeply into it, guys. So if you're into this token, don't just be into this token for quick gains, because it's more than likely not going to happen. This is a utility token, not a community token or meme coin. Okay, you're not going to get massive gains just like that. It's a gradual growth, but in this case, you are also combating the stakers. You're also combating those that are staking tokens to sell the stake tokens. Like literally, that's the only reason a lot of people stake tokens, is to sell the excess. Now remember this: if they're not buying more tokens, the tokens that they're selling, they're just taking from that liquidity that is already in that coin. So I'm just going to scroll down here, and I just want to show you this. And this is obviously, if I was into this, I'd go into this deeper than what I'm going to. But you can see here, ecosystem rewards. So you are combating about 33%. Okay, so you're going to have about 33% of consistent sales of the stake tokens. It won't be all of the stake tokens, but if they're rewarding the ecosystem with 33%, guys, a lot of that is going to be, you could say at least 20% of all tokens that get given to the community will be sold. So that's what you're combating if you are a supporter of this project. And then what I want to do is to show, so ecosystem development, 10%. So this is how much they're putting in development. So to me, for utility token, it's not too much. Like I'd like to see a bit higher of a number here, but at least they're developing that. At least they're going to consistently put token into development. And then you got down here, team and recruitment. So obviously they're paying the team members. If the team members are doing it for free, it's not planned to do it for free always. But that also means they're recruiting, so they're growing, they plan to grow, they plan to increase their development. Two good signs. And then they've got marketing and partnerships just here. So they plan to also market and spread awareness. So they're not just solely relying on Algorand, which is also a good sign. So you got these 3 things here that are good signs for me personally for looking at a utility token. The rest is sort of what's going to be sold, guys. So the rest is sort of not like this will be sold as well, but this will be sold to improve. There's a difference when you sell some tokens to improve something and when you just sell some tokens to make some profit. Now, a lot of these tokens that get given to the community are going to be sold for the profit, not to help further the project itself. So guys, I am bullish on it. So I am bullish on Gora. So I will come to that conclusion. And the main reason being, as I said, they've got some backing just to be able to get themselves up to page 1 on Vistage. And also they are heavily tied in Vistage. Okay. Heavily tied in Algorand. So that's a good sign to me because I am very, very, very bullish on Algorand. I think it is so undervalued currently, as it does have the best and fastest tech. It is the easiest to build on, all that sort of stuff. And then also they've got community behind it. So you can see that's a decent sized pool there, okay, with Coop community. So some of the Coop community's been putting some, buying this up and pairing it with Coop. That means some of the Coop community believe in it as well. Okay, and then you've got these other smaller communities as well. Not so much this one, that's a stable token. So a few other little communities as well. But you can see they're not so bullish on it as some of the Coop fans. And I'm guessing that is you guys that have been commenting because you put Coop Coin underneath that. So thanks for the comments, guys. I do appreciate that you want to hear what I say. Okay, I am bullish on this, but I'm not. I don't see a moonshot, guys. So if that's what you're waiting for, if you're waiting for a token with a moonshot, this is not it. If you're waiting for the token, you want to get behind something. I believe if you understand the tech, I don't. Okay, but if you understand the tech and you believe in the tech, it'd be a decent token because they do seem to want to grow, that sort of thing. They do seem to have a bit of backing to get this high. That is completely up to you if you understand the tech or not. Now, it's not a meme coin, it's not a community coin. If you want big pumps, okay, you're going to have to get into the hype and the speculative stuff, not so much the utility stuff. Utility stuff takes time to build. It's going to outperform in the long run, but that's in the long run, not the short run. Anyway, this is just my perspective. I do believe in it. I do believe it's going to go up. I believe majority of the higher tokens on Algorand is going to go up. Main reason because I believe in Algorand. But this one, sorry guys, just my opinion. It's not something that I'd personally go out and buy a large chunk of in the hopes of a moonshot or anything like that. Main reason because as I'm buying it, others are staking it and then sell what they stake, and I don't really want to go against that many people when they've got it at the forefront of the platform rather than hiding it in the back. So only the support on it. If you have a token, anyone out there, guys, take this serious and you'll watch the difference in your price action, okay? Put the stake in, hide it, okay? Anything where you're giving coins back to the community, hide it in the back. Like, have it there, talk about it, that sort of stuff, but don't make it so accessible. Don't make it so obvious that it's there, because it's going to attract people that do not support your project. It's going to attract people that just want to sell their staked tokens. It's why people put money in high interest accounts and that sort of thing, guys. They want to spend the interest. They don't want to support the platform. They want to spend the interest. Now, a lot of people do want to support the platform. They're going to stake, and I'm not saying everyone's going to sell what they stake, but I am saying when you've got it at the forefront, there is a high chance that the majority of those that do stake are staking because they want to sell what they stake. So anyway, I hope this helps. See you on the next one.